Hi, I'm Billy. I grew up in Longview, Texas, which is northeast Texas. No one knows where it's at other than Matthew McConaughey's from there. That's our only claim to fame. And after I graduated from Hallsville High School, which is right outside of Longview, I went to Stephen F. Austin State University in Nacogdoches, Texas, where as an undergrad, I was a communications major. And then after I graduated from undergrad, I decided I wanted a master's degree. So I walked across campus, applied for graduate school, and started working as a teaching assistant and finished up my master's in mass communications in 1998. After that, I eventually found my way to Austin, where I worked for a large ad agency there. As I was growing and I got married, I moved from my cool ad agency to a Fortune 100 job, trying to be more stable and grown up, I guess. But then the tech bubble burst and I got laid off, and I was like, what in the world do I want to do next? So I decided to go to law school. I went to law school at South Texas College of Law in Houston. It's known for producing really great trial attorneys. I was hired as an intern at the Harris County District Attorney's Office, which is the third largest DA's office in the country. The cool part of my job was that after my second year of law school, in Texas, you can get what's called a third year bar card. And so I was able to actually try cases, to be the lead attorney on prosecutions after my second year in law school. So things like driving while intoxicated, possession of marijuana, small misdemeanor crimes like that, I was able to prosecute. I had a supervising attorney, but they were never there with me. So it was really like trial by fire. And it was an awesome experience. By the time I graduated from law school, I probably had 6 or 7 jury trials, which is pretty rare for a baby lawyer. After I got out of law school, I went to work at the district attorney's office. I also had a brief stint where I worked for a really famous lawyer in Houston named Rusty Hardin, which exposed me to super high-level criminal defense cases, NBA players, billionaires, things like that. And as part of that, when I worked for Rusty, I worked on a huge family law lawsuit that lasted months. The trial lasted months. It was a huge case, lots of moving parts. It was really intriguing. So after that, I went back to the DA's office. I was a prosecutor for a couple of years, and then I went out on my own doing criminal defense. A few years into my criminal defense practice, I kept having clients who also had family law matters that they wanted me to help them with. And so I started helping them with those matters. And then I just became kind of drawn to family law through my own experiences. I've been divorced twice. I know what it feels like mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. And so I think I have a real connection with my family law clients. Also, being a dad going through divorce is a very difficult experience. And I wanted to be able to help people in that time of their life when they really need help. One thing that makes me different than a lot of other family lawyers is my criminal defense background. I mean, I've had probably more than 50 jury trials in state and federal court. And so the experience that I have in the courtroom fighting for my clients is something that is unique among family lawyers. I grew up with jury trials where you have to convince 12 people of your side or 6 people of your side. Here in Colorado, we just have trials to judges, but it's still that skill set that you develop from being a trial lawyer. And for me, almost 20 years of trying lawsuits. I use that experience that I have professionally, molded with my personal experience from going through divorce myself, to really help my clients and to really help them fight for their positions early on in their cases, because I've seen how this turns out over and over. And what I want for my clients is for them to be able to start a new life and restart their life in the most positive way they can.